Alright, what's up guys? My name is Ryan Hamilton. You're watching the Panda MX-5 channel, and today is just around the point of a year of owning this car. So about a year ago I picked this up for $500, my 1994 Miata. It was an automatic when I bought it, but I have plans to swap it and making as much power as I want. We're going to be changing that anyway. So today I'm just going to be going over what I've done in the course of a year of owning this car, what all I've done to it, what kind of parts I've bought, all the custom pad work I've done to it. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a walk around to the car and talk about what all I've done. Alright, so the first thing I did when I got this car is I put it up on jack stands and started gutting the entire thing. Pulled the motor, the entire wiring harness. That's all going to have to be redone, and I didn't want a 20 some odd year harness in there. So that's going to have to be redone. I have started putting stuff back, but we'll get to that as we go along. Then I've gutted out the entire interior. All the carpet is gone. All of the wiring is out of the inside, all the door speakers and everything. I'm trying to be as lightweight as possible with this build, so none of that's going in. This is basically what the interior is going to look like, just with some seats and things in there. We gutted out the entire trunk. All the carpeting is gone from here. The OEM gas tank is gone. The only thing that's going to be back here for the final build is a fuel cell and the battery, obviously. So other than that, that's it for in here. Next thing I did was I picked up the OEM hardtop. I got this for 900 bucks, pretty good deal. Was in perfect condition. I went ahead and gutted that, took out all the weird little foam stuff. We're not going to be using the OEM defroster in the window anyway. We took the headliner out of that as well. And then if you'll look up in here, we have custom solid mount brackets for the hardtop, because I'm not going to be removing it. It's just going to stay on here all the time. We have side latches as well, so the top's not going anywhere. And I don't plan on ever taking it off because it has a roll cage, so it'd look kind of funky without a top on it. And then after that I started getting the suspension bits together. I wanted to get all that done before so I could have the car rolling when I get the motor in and everything. So we have CX Racing coilovers in here. Adjustable preload and ride height are separate. It's the way I like it. I like the cheap Braceland stuff I used to use. These have upgraded Swift springs in them. I have 10K in the front, 9K in the rear, just so it stays a lot more planted in the corners, all that kind of stuff. I have a Racing Beat front sway bar, the solid one, super stiff, much stiffer than the OEM. Not going to be running a rear sway bar because a lot of Miata guys don't run one. It keeps the rear end a lot looser so you can keep traction when you're cornering really hard with sticky tires, all that kind of stuff. For steering, I'm running an OEM power rack, but it's depowered. Not going to be running power steering, so I took the piston and everything out of the inside, all the seals, blah blah blah. For tie rod ends, I'm running the Type R Miata end, or tie rod ends on here. They give a little bit more like bump steer correction for lowered cars, which this is going to be lowered quite a bit. We're running flares and everything, so they're supposedly help with that. We'll see how that does. For wheel hubs, I'm running the Flying Miata blueprinted hubs. Are supposedly a lot better for heat, all that kind of good stuff, along with ARP extended wheel studs, because I may be running a spacer, not sure yet on that. Control arms are OEM. I just cleaned them up, painted them. We're running a poly bushing kit on everything. All the sway bar and control arm bushings are polyurethane, a lot stiffer, way less flex. I'm running the heavy duty sway bar brackets as well for even less flex, because the OEM ones apparently snap a lot on Miatas. So let's move on to the rear here real quick. Rear is basically the same setup, poly bushings all around, blueprinted hubs and wheel bearings, 9K springs for the rear, separate preload and ride height adjustment on the coils. No sway bar in the rear. I've read that, like I said, it causes some weird cornering issues on Miatas, so I'm not running one of those. In terms of performance, I have the differential already. It's an OS Geiken LSD clutch type. Supposedly can hold all the power I need, so shouldn't have any problems with the differential. Running OEM axles. I'll be putting those in here probably sometime this weekend pretty soon, because apparently axles and wheel bearings are not a failure point when making that much power, so I don't have to worry about that. And then in terms of drivetrain, I'm not sure what transmission I want to run yet. I've read that factory transmissions blow out around 300 horsepower, which I'm not going to be running anywhere near that. I'll be way past that, so transmission's gonna need a little work and custom fab to make that happen. But in the engine, we're gonna be running a big turbo, fully built, stock 1.8 liter. That's sitting right over there behind me. You might be able to see that over there. This is the motor that came in the car. Just a 1.8 liter short nose. Has around 250,000 miles on it right now, but that wasn't a big selling point when I bought the car. It was because I'm going to refresh it all anyway. We're going to be doing forged internals, pistons, rods, beams, probably a 99 plus head on there. So I read those will get you a little bit better compression, all that kind of stuff. We're running a big turbo on here, probably around 25-30 pounds of boost. So all the internals are going to be fully built to handle that much power. The goal is around 400 horsepower, somewhere in that ballpark when the car is done. Tire setup will be probably a 245, 275 on a 15x10 with a huge 50 millimeter fender flare, something like that. And then on the motor, it's going to be no AC, no power steering, bare bones only. Everything you don't need to drive will not be in this car. The interior is going to be just seats, harnesses. I'm running full harness setup, the shifter, a steering wheel, and I'll be running a tablet sort of dash system, something like a little Samsung tablet or a iPad, something like that, that'll hook into my Mega Squirt standalone ECU. Just make sure I can customize what gauges I want to show, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, other than that, that's 1 year with the car. So in the course of the year, the roll cage is in, the whole car has been painted and powder coated, looking super pretty. I have all the other parts for it too. I just haven't put them on because I don't need them on yet. All the suspension bits are in. I could technically set it on the ground right now, which I already have, but I just want it up for ease of working on. I'm still installing stuff. So next is going to be interior bits. Now that the diff is here, I just have to install that. It's already all put together. So I'm just going to put the interior together. I just need seats, harnesses, steering setup, and then that'll be it for right now. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little overview, 1 year of ownership kind of thing, what all I've gotten done to the car so far. So future plans are get the interior all put together, get the rest of the suspension, the brakes and all put on, get the differential installed, then move on to the motor, get that all finished up. So in the next one, we'll probably get that diff installed, and I already have ordered the brakes, so those are on their way. We're just waiting for those to show up, then we can get all that installed. So thanks again for watching guys, and we'll see you in the next one.